Hello, hi everyone. This is Kristi Stoll. Welcome to the Ascension Consciousness meditation today and experience. So I wanted to start out. I know most of you have been with me. There's a couple that haven't, or maybe one that hasn't. So I wanted to just start out a little bit about what we're doing today. I know I mentioned it in my announcement for the class, so I hope that you did read through that. But we're going to go through a little bit of other intro as well. As most of you know, as beautiful spiritual beings, that several years ago there started being a lot of talk about the fifth dimension and our Earth rising up into higher and higher energies or frequencies. It's very interesting because living on Hawaii, I used to go and meditate at one of the heiaus, which is a sacred space. And one of the times I was there, I was told by Spirit that, and shown, it was a very interesting visual, that many more dimensions were starting to open up to us. So this was before the 5D stuff started coming along. But when they showed me, it was as if I just saw this picture that it was like all of these shifts of energy, like, boy, it's hard to explain. Trying to share my visual with you guys and explain it. It was like these drawers almost of energy that just opened up layers and layers and layers, and there weren't just the few layers that people were talking about. It was like 12 new layers that were opening up. I was also told at that time that there was going to start to be a huge gap in between the level of consciousness that the light beings could hold and the level of consciousness that the collective consciousness was holding. And we've really seen that, right? As spiritual beings, we're starting to live in these higher states of frequency, higher states of consciousness, where being here almost doesn't make sense anymore, and it's hard to understand what the Earth is doing, what the people of Earth are doing. So if we're all still here right this second, we're here for a reason, and so we want to remember that. And the higher we can live in frequency and consciousness, the more we can help affect that collective consciousness that is living at those lower levels to try to lessen the gap that there is between all of us. So that's really what we're doing here today, right? Ascension, by today's definition, is really elevating your vibration to allow you to rise above the experience of duality. That's what we're doing here on Earth as we experience the good and the bad. But we want to rise above that and transcend negativity and live in an awakened divine, as an awakened divine being in physical form. Some people, when they reach ascension, they do leave the body. Some people, when they reach that higher state of consciousness, they stay in the body to still try to help people here on Earth. So a few years ago, in 2013, I had my first experience of ascension, and I actually wasn't really expecting it. My housemate and mentor, as most of you know, Lori Grant, she had been told in her meditation that at a specific time in February of 2013, she was going to reach a transition, and at the time she wasn't exactly sure what that meant, but she sort of felt as though she was going to be leaving the body at least the body as she knew it. She knew the date, and so on that date, of course, she that night she programmed herself to accept and receive whatever was meant to be. Before that date, being curious as to what that really was going to mean, I asked Spirit, and I was told that it was going to be the death of her ego. So, not really knowing what either of those was going to look like, I was interested to see what happened the next day. But it's interesting. So that night, as I was sleeping, I didn't really anticipate anything for myself. I didn't get news that I was having a big shift as well, although she and I are very connected. But in my dream time, I suddenly found myself lifting up out of my body, heading into sort of a dimension of light. It's a very similar experience as to what you hear of people when they pass, that they go into the light. And so I saw myself standing there, and it was as if I was standing at this little table, and there was one main person there, although it was more of just like a silhouette of the person, so I didn't really see who it was. And then it felt like there was a couple others. And as I got there, there weren't words at that time, but I could feel that they were giving me a life review. I sensed it. I didn't see the life review, but I sensed them, and so I just waited in silence. And then all of a sudden I heard a voice that said, you worried too much about things that didn't matter, and you held it too much in your body. And I answered, I know, although I was kind of unconscious that I did that, but as soon as they said it, I realized that that was true. And then the voice asked me if I was ready to leave, telling me that I had the choice to stay or to leave the human form, and I told him I wasn't ready. It didn't feel as though I had done some of the things I wanted to do. And then I heard a voice say, well, what do you want to create now? And so being in that high state, I really worked on focusing what I wanted to create for the rest of my life. So after that, I fell back to, well, I'm not sure I was ever awake. I was kind of in that awake state where you know things are going on, conscious state. And the next morning, I woke up back in my body, and I felt a significant difference. I felt as though I was living from a different state. I felt as though a lot of my past had sort of been dumped. It was very interesting because I would have old friends talk to me about past things, and still to this day, I can sort of recall some of it I can't at all, but it's as if I wasn't even there. It's just literally like just to dump stuff out. It was very interesting. I didn't know really what to call the experience, although I talked to my mentor the next morning. She had the same experience, and we realized it was an Ascension experience. So that experience allowed me to enter a different state of consciousness where I can see life from a different perspective. I can go back into that higher state, and it's almost as if you're looking down on the body and see the experience we're having here on Earth as sort of this, people call it a play, you can kind of call it that, but when you look at it from that state, it's a very detached state where you're like, oh, why are you worrying about all these things when that's not really who you are? sort of this play that you're going through to learn certain things. And the more you live from that state, you can create more easily and create more peace in your life. And I think that that's one of the biggest benefits, is that you no longer have to live in the ups and downs of duality. You have a choice. Is it perfect all the time? Of course not. If you're still in the body, you still have a possibility of being human at times. Even though we all know we're our God self, right? But it's easy to forget that when bad things happen or weird things happen, like what's going on in the world right now. But living from that state at least gives you an opportunity to not ride that roller coaster. And what's also interesting is that after having that experience, I've had a couple of other experiences where I was receiving a healing or I was in meditation and I felt like I went back up into that light. I'm not exactly sure why. Perhaps it's just reinforcing that state or is showing me that I have access to it at any time. So, what is happening on Earth right now? A lot of people talk about that it's, what I just said is, the things are getting uncovered because the light beings are going into higher and higher states of consciousness. The duality of our Earth is sort of pushing back on that and creating more chaos. And the chaos isn't for us to get caught up in, it's to rise above and to send light to it so that truths can continue to be seen, uncovered. So that's our job as we stay in these bodies with these higher states of consciousness, is to send light to the Earth and the people of Earth and the collective consciousness. I send it every day to the earth, the animals, the plants, the trees, all of the people. I send awakening energy to all of the people, especially in their hearts, to awaken divine love, the throat chakra to awaken divine truth, to the third eye, the sixth chakra, to awaken intuition and insight and sight, and the seventh chakra to awaken that connection to spirit, to that connection to our God self that we all have. And so, I'm sure all of you have your own version of what you do, whether it's just sitting in meditation and emanating light or compassion or love, or you have, a ritual that you do. But the world needs it more so now than ever to, like I said, lessen the gap in between these higher frequencies that the Earth is entering into, that we are entering into, and some of the rest of the collective consciousness is not. So, as I mentioned in my newsletter, the kind of the proof of that our Earth is entering into higher and higher levels is that meditation that I participated in, the worldwide meditation, where I saw everyone gather to meditate, and I experienced going up higher and higher into higher states of frequency, and into that more ascended state, where I could see that, that's where the Earth is entering, that's where the people are entering. And so it was another reinforcement of sending that out to, the whole Earth and the whole population of Earth, and millions of people participating in that meditation to assist. I hope that more people organize worldwide meditations like that, because it was so amazing and powerful. So just a little quick piece of what I experienced was that after a few minutes of meditation, I could see myself in this circle of all the people meditating, and it was sort of like this electricity energy that was going between us. It was all of these strands. There were multiple strands just going sideways, creating the circle between people's bodies. It was really beautiful and really powerful. And then suddenly I felt this huge shaft of light come down into the middle of the circle, and we shifted up into this circle where the people were still there, not all of them, but the people were still there, and there was light instead of the like electricity. There was light, just like a huge band of light that went between us. Next, we shifted up into another level where this was the master level, where I saw all master level beings that were there. It was really cool. And so we sat up in there for a little bit, and then we shifted up into another level where it was just light. I no longer saw anything separate from me. I just was seeing light. And then lastly, we shifted up into another level of consciousness where it was the nothingness. And in the nothingness, it's very interesting because it's not, even though it looks like there's nothing in it, that it's dark, it doesn't feel dark. It just feels like it's absent of all of the chaos and absent of the experience that we're having. And so as soon as we lifted up into that, even though I wasn't seeing anyone separate from me, I heard laughter, sort of like, laughter of, looking down on earth and having laughter. Not that it's funny that everybody's experienced this, but funny that we didn't remember. It's like, oh yes, now I remember. This is still a play, and kind of laughing at ourselves for possibly getting caught up, or our level of getting caught up in that. So today I'm going to walk you through that same experience. All of you that are on this call are ready for that experience. You've already had tastes of truly being light, truly being in higher levels of consciousness. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this call with me. I've been working with you the last couple of days to assist you in going into the highest state of ascension that you're capable of. And so your job is going to be to just really receive and allow and surrender to it. I've been doing healings professionally for about 12 years, and I was originally initiated to healing 27 years ago when I went through the Kahuna program. I was given the name Alana, which means awakening. That's really like my innate gift, is to help people awaken. So in these healings, that's why I like to include some sort of initiation that can also assist people into awakening into higher levels. And when you practice stuff like this, it opens you up to downloading some of your own messages, your own experiences. I'm constantly downloading new forms of healing, constantly having new spiritual experiences that I get to share with you. So your job after this session today, besides getting to listen to it for another 48 hours, is to work on continuing that connection to your highest state of consciousness, and working on living from that state. Meditating every single day, at least once, is really important. I used to meditate twice a day for at least 30 to 60 minutes. And I still do that. Not as I always have to meditate in the morning, otherwise that's how I set my day. That's how I set my focus for the day, and set my energy for the day. And I still do some afternoon stuff, not quite as much as what I used to, but I still do, especially if I feel energy coming through. So, pay attention to where you could go that helps you connect to the energy the best. For me, a lot of times it's in nature. I can get into those higher states better on the beach, or the trees that are really powerful for me. So, and find yours. Create a sacred space in your home, as well as some other places where you can go, where you might possibly get information and messages from Spirit. So my job today is to help you ascend into the highest level of consciousness that you can most easily accommodate, and your job is to receive. So just continue to allow that, have a clear intention. Remember that this energy can stay with you for the next 72 hours, so continue to breathe it in. I'll be walking you through the entire experience, letting you know what I'm working on at the time. When I'm doing the healing, I'll be counting the layers of the chakras. You have 7 layers of chakras, and so when you hear me counting, just visualize the healing energy going through the layers. We start in the center and it goes out. So just visualize that with me. Have the intention that it's clearing everything. And same with the Ascension experience. We'll be doing, I'll be sending you Ascension energy first into each chakra, and then we'll be doing the experience after that. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. If you're not already in your comfortable position, go ahead and get in your comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. If you tend to fall asleep during the meditations, I encourage you to sit up so that you can be conscious during the entire thing. Okay, so just closing your eyes and relaxing, taking a deep breath in through your nose, holding it for a few seconds, and breathing it out through your mouth, releasing the energy off your shoulders, your back, your arms, your whole physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, letting go of any thoughts to do for the day, anything that I might have mentioned that triggered thought, anything else on your mind, just releasing it, taking another deep breath in, holding it, and breathing out through your mouth, blowing it out, pulling out all that energy, tension, feeling your shoulders drop, feeling your body be relaxed. And we're going to do a grounding exercise. Seeing, feeling, hearing, knowing a ball of light at the base of your spine. That ball is going to break off into 4 grounding cords, 2 going down each leg and 2 going down each side of the buttocks. So following those grounding cords down through the legs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet, going out through the feet, all 4 grounding cords going down through the floor of the room that you're sitting in, through the crust of the earth, through the mantle, all the way to the core of the earth. On 3, you're going to feel those grounding cords melt into or weld into the core of the earth. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Feel those grounding cords securely attached to the core of the earth. Good. And we're going going to bring earth energy up in, through, or around those cords, whichever works best for you. Just having the intention that the earth energy is coming up. I'm assisting, pulling that earth energy up, back up through the mantle, through the crust, through the floor, entering your feet and filling your feet, your ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs, and joining together again at the first chakra, filling that first chakra, all 7 layers, filling and spreading out through the edges of your skin and through your aura, up to the second chakra, filling and spreading out through the edge of your skin and your aura, up to the third chakra at your solar plexus, filling and spreading out through the edge of your skin, through your aura, up through the heart chakra, filling and spreading out through the edge of your skin, through your aura, up through the throat, and also filling the shoulders, arms, hands, fingertips, filling the throat, spreading out through the edge of your skin, through your aura, up to your head, your brain, filling your brain, feeling it relax your face, your scalp, your neck, your jaw, your tongue, up through the 6th chakra, filling and spreading out, all the way through the edge of your skin and out through your aura, and up to the 7th chakra, filling and spreading out, and then shooting out the top of your head like a fountain. And allow this earth energy to move up through you completely unimpeded. If there are any blocks, just allow the earth energy to remove them and send them out through the top of your head, turning into light. So you just feel this big column of earth energy coming up through you, shooting out the top of your head. Good. Next, we're going to bring down a column of divine energy or cosmic energy. It's going to mix with the earth energy in just perfect combination for you. So just imagine bringing down a column of divine or cosmic energy. I'm assisting, and it's going to first mix with the 7th chakra on the top of your head. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Filling and spreading out, mixing with that earth energy, filling and spreading out through the edge of your skin and your aura, down to the 6th chakra, mixing and spreading, filling it, every single layer, out through the edge of your skin, through your aura, back through your head, your brain, your face, down to your throat, entering the center of that chakra, filling and spreading out through every layer, through the edge of your skin, and out through your aura, through your shoulders, arms, forearms, hands, fingertips, and through your torso, down to the heart chakra, mixing and spreading out through the edge of your skin, through your aura, down to the 3rd at your solar plexus, mixing and spreading through your aura, down to the 2nd, mixing and spreading out through the edge of your skin, through your aura, down to the 1st, mixing and spreading, and out through the edge of your skin, through your aura, filling your pelvic area, your buttocks, down through your legs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet. And then you can also see this energy going back down through the grounding cords all the way back to the core of the earth on 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Again, feel that cosmic energy coming down unimpeded, being a perfect open column for the divine energy. Feeling that connection to the divine and feeling that balance between the divine and earth energies, being in complete balance with each chakra. Good. We're going to call in your healing guides, your helpers, gods, goddesses, ancestors, and especially the ascended master guides who want to assist us today for this ascension experience. So just taking a moment to ask any ascended masters or any other high-level guides to assist you today. I'm calling them in for you as well. You'll each have at least one ascended master assisting you. Good. And setting an intention right now, sending a message out to the universe that you are asking for healing and awakening on all levels, as well as entering the highest state of ascension that you're capable of right now. Just so setting that intention, sending that energy out to the universe. Good. And on 3, we're going to create a bubble that you are going to send any and all energetic blocks that hold you back from being completely whole and living in that ascended level. Any limitations you have on any level, any limiting thoughts, beliefs, or unconscious perceptions that hold you back, and anything else from this lifetime or any other lifetime that is holding you back from living in an ascended state. So create a beach ball sized bubble out in front of you. On 3, we're going to send all of that energy into the bubble. Okay, ready? 1, sending all blocks, anything holding you back. 2, easily releasing. And 3, you might blow that energy, sending it all in there. This lifetime, any other lifetimes. Also, any illness, any disease, any imbalances, putting that in there as well. Any lessons that you're meant to learn from any of the experience that you've had in this lifetime or any other lifetimes that are popping up for you right now, causing you any issues, send those lessons into the bubble, telling the universe that you have learned what you're meant to learn from them, and you're ready to remember and live from your true light God state. Put it all in there. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. Now let's blow that bubble. Blow on that bubble, sending it out to the sun. Seeing it all the way there. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Dissolving that bubble instantly into the sun, neutralizing, burning up all of that energy. Feel it released from you. Good. Now visualize yourself and feel yourself living life through ascended consciousness. See, feel, and hear yourself and know yourself living joy, happiness, and from that ascended consciousness with a higher perception of your experiences in life. And keep that focus during the healing. Again, I'll be walking you through each of the experiences here. So open yourself up, and here we go. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring down what I was told is the purest, highest form of ascension healing that you can most easily accommodate. We'll be sending it into each chakra. This is a very high vibration. Most of you should already be feeling the vibration coming through. All right, so bringing a column of purest, highest form of ascension healing. This is healing each chakra in any imbalance or disease or locked energy, stuck energy you've got in there. So bringing down that column of highest form of ascension healing you can most easily accommodate. First, it's coming down into the seventh chakra on 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Going into that 7th layer. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Completely clearing energy so high, just turning that chakra into light. Really, it's clearing the entire chakra down to the 6. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burning up any blocks, any illness, any disease, any imbalances, any energy holding you back. Visualize it being completely clear. Good. Moving down now into the throat on 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burning up any imbalance, any disease, any blocks. Feel it being completely clear. Down through your shoulders, your arms, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, your fingertips, down to the heart chakra, filling your torso on 3, going into the heart. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to the 3rd on 3. 1, 2, 3. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This energy is burning up any imbalances in the heart chakra as well as the 3rd. Every single chakra. See, feel, hear, know all the balances, imbalances, any disease, any blocked energy being disintegrated. Down to the 2nd. 1, 2, 3. This is your emotional center. Burning up any old emotions holding you back, keeping you in any imbalance. On 3, it's completely gone. 1, 2, and 3. Down to the 1st chakra. 1, 2, and 3. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clearing. This is your safety, your foundation. Clearing all energies, any blocks, any disease. Good. I'm sending it through your hips and your pelvic area. Still burning up any disease through your hips, your legs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet. And healing energy is filling every single cell, every chakra and secondary chakra. Feeling completely clear through every single cell of your body. Seeing, feeling, hearing, knowing your body completely healed and balanced and whole. Good. Next, we're going to be bringing in an Ascension initiation first to each chakra, and then we'll be moving into the Ascension experience. So I'm asking for the highest level of Ascension energy that you can most easily accommodate. It's going to be like this big ball of light that enters into each chakra. On the count of 3, we're going to start back up at the 7th chakra. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Into the center of the 7th chakra, spreading out through all the layers. Working with each of you. Breathe in the energy. Good. Down to the 6th chakra on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Highest level of Ascension energy you can most easily accommodate. Down to the 5th. 1, 2, and 3. Your shoulders, arms, forearms, hands, fingertips. Through the heart. 1, 2, and 3. To the 3rd. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. The 2nd. 1, 2, and 3. The 1st. 1, 2, 3. And entering your legs, your hips, your legs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet, toes, every single cell of your body being initiated to the highest level of Ascension consciousness you can most easily accommodate. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Very good. Okay. So I want you to feel yourself lifting up out of your body, and we're going into the first dimension of Ascension experience. So on 3, just lifting up. 1, 2, 3. Feel yourself going up into that first ring where there's all the electricity. Seeing, feeling, hearing, knowing other fellow meditators, Ascension consciousness beings, your Ascension guides, they're assisting. Feeling that electricity, helping to raise your vibration. Perfect. And feeling that, or seeing, feeling, hearing, knowing that the shaft of light coming down in the center of the circle. When it does, you're instantly sent up into the next realm, circle. The circle is filled with light. A couple of you stayed behind. Everyone lift up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Up into the circle of light. Good. And experiencing this energy. It feels like God's source energy. It's very powerful, very high vibration, very peaceful, very joyful. Breathe it all in. Allow yourself to be up here. Experience that. Good. And on 3, we're lifting up into the next level. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. This is the master level. Some of you are still enjoying the light. When you're ready, lift that up into the master level. You can just feel the energy here. The consciousness is different. Here you can see, feel, hear, know, communicate better with your ascended master. Do they have any information to share with you? If so, they'll tell you now. And you can ask. Perhaps what your role is moving forward. And the energy is increasing so much that everything's already turning to light. So on 3, we're going up to the next level. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. This is the energy of pure light. You might just experience yourself as light. You and your ascended master are still sending you energy to absorb and experience this level of light and healing and consciousness. You might not experience much of a body here or see anything as separate. Joyful and blissful here. Pure love. Good. And one more shift up into the nothingness. Ready? On 3. Getting ready. Breathing in this energy. Good. On 3. 1, 2, and 3. And going up into that nothingness. Experience that. Here you might experience a deep sense of peace or joy. Whatever your experience is perfect for you. Got a couple people still down in the light frequency. Pulling yourself up. Good. Stay with me here. Just experiencing that nothingness, a deep state of peace. Breathe it in. Surrender to it. Very good. Really breathing that in and surrendering to it. And one last step, we're going to go into full ascension state, just like I did. So on 3, allowing yourself to be there and be fully activated into full ascension consciousness. On 3, ready, 1, you're ready for this. 2, surrendering to it. And 3, allowing yourself to lift up into full ascension consciousness. Relax and allow. On 3, you're going to be fully there. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. You might find yourself at a life review like I did. You might just find yourself experiencing the energy. On 3, let's release all and any old energies, life experiences, illness, imbalance, disease from this lifetime or any other lifetime that doesn't vibrate at this higher level. On 3, just releasing it all. You no longer need it. Old memories, old experiences, old perceptions, old beliefs. On 3, ready, 1, releasing anything that doesn't vibrate at this high level. 2, releasing it so it no longer holds down or back. And 3, surrendering it all. Surrendering to the full ascension consciousness. Very good. Surrendering into it fully. Allowing it to permeate every cell of physical, emotional, mental, etheric, spiritual bodies. Reprogramming your cells. Reprogramming your DNA. On the count of 3, we're going to ask it to reprogram your DNA to live higher from this state, from this higher state, from this day forward. Ready, 1. Asking your DNA to be reprogrammed to live from this ascended state, the highest level of consciousness you can most easily accommodate. 2, surrendering, and 3. Your ascended masters are there helping, awakening your perception to live from this higher state, or be at this higher state, to ascend into this higher state. Very good. Okay, let's put the 2 fingers together as much as you can move the body. Putting 2 fingers together, we're going to anchor in this experience, this energy, this consciousness. So putting those 2 fingers together, this is going to be your anchor. On the count of 3, we're creating the anchor. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. So from this day forward, anytime you put those 2 fingers together, you'll be right back here experiencing this amazing ascension energy. Again, releasing any other old mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, etheric imbalances on 3. No longer serve a purpose. This higher state. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Perfect. Good job, everybody. Okay, on the count of 3, I want you to find yourself back in your body. Okay, well, I think I'm being told we're going to come back down. All right, so on 3, starting to come back down through the levels. You're retaining that energy because this is your level of consciousness now. Coming back down into the nothingness, the light, the master level, the God level source energy, the electricity, coming back down and coming down into the top of the head and then the neck, the arms, the torso, the pelvic area, the legs, the feet. If you have time and want to stay up into that ascended energy, that's fine too. You can just stay up there. coming back down when you're ready. And being back fully in the body for those who are ready for that. Bringing that light, reprogramming new DNA, the new level of consciousness, setting an intention to live from this state, from this day forward. Just really breathing it in, allowing, surrendering to it. Very good job, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today, allowing yourselves to go into these higher states of consciousness, this higher level of light and vibration. You're amazing beings. I love you so much. Keep shining your light and take some time to integrate the energy and really take it in consciously, absorbing it into every single cell and visualizing yourself living from this state, from this day forward. Very good. All right. Thank you again, and ahui ho. Until we meet again. Aloha.